always tell my husband, like, we live in better now, Gucci sweaters now, you know? Like, this is very, like, this together, forget it.
Tell us what you're wearing. 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 Tell us what you're wearing.
Gang, welcome to another episode of In Your Closet. I'm your host, Preppy Pete, the preppiest one of them all. Look at this background here. Maybe you can guess where I am. Of course, I'm not gonna tell you where I am because we're going to somebody's house. Let's take a little walk. It's only 2 blocks away from the train station, but it's November and it's 80 degrees. So check the fit though. I'll check in with you when I get there. Peace.
Hello, welcome to my crib. My name is Casa Cavaliere and you're watching another episode of In Your Closet with Preppy Pete.
Yeah.
This is my apartment. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom in Queens, New York. Pre-war building, pretty big. Let's go look at it.
Yeah. So we'll do a quick tour of the apartment really quick, right? So one thing I wanted to point out to everybody is that please note, everything in here, secondhand, flea markets or thrift stores, correct?
Thrift stores, flea markets, auction, estate sales.
All right.
That's it, pretty much.
Let's start with the living room.
Sure. Okay, this is my living room. It's pretty big by New York City standards.
Yeah.
It is a nice kind of like long Queens box apartment. Everything is secondhand. These chairs were professionally done and I got them from Facebook Marketplace for $500 and the receipt was under them for $10,000.
Whoa.
Yeah. I like buying rich people's stuff for cheap.
Yeah.
This ottoman I bought in a thrift store in Queens for $100, and this is like a really expensive fabric.
This is a pretty like recent addition because we follow each other on Instagram, and I just saw this, right?
So I just got this ottoman. As you can see, like this is one of my favorite fabrics. This is Scalamandra Latique, which is very expensive. Like the fabric itself is like $300 a yard, more. So just finding something that's already done in this fabric is like a super buy. This is a custom sofa that I got. It's downfilled. It's probably like thousands of dollars to make. I got it for $500.
Oh my goodness.
This is a 19th century walnut chest that I bought at the same place that I bought this ottoman. It's actually Remix Market in Queens, Long Island City. Shout out to Remix. This was $1,000 and I got it for a really good deal. It sat for a long time. I got it for $200. Shout out to Bob.
Oh wow.
It was a great deal. And it's like really like old. Like in the back, the slats are like open wood. This I got from my favorite thrift store in Palm Beach, the Church Mouse. If you gotta go to Palm Beach, you gotta go to the Church Mouse.
And before we move on, and this wall here, right? It's full of these puppies with
Staffordshire dogs. Yeah, but these are little fez hats. So this, one of my favorite interior designers is Mario Buata, who is known as the Prince of Chins, and he was very well known for like collecting Staffordshire doggies and doing these brackets on the walls. So this is something that he influenced.
Okay.
All right, Mario.
And so I'm assuming the statues you bought and then you just put on the hats yourself?
I just put on the hats. Yeah, I had the hats custom made on Etsy because I just thought it was so funny.
It's so cute, yeah.
It's cute. It makes me laugh. I like things that make me laugh. I like whimsy things. I like things that are not very serious. I like having fun with my interiors and my fashion.
Yes.
So it kind of tracks.
Okay.
This is kind of like, it's the dining table, the dining area of our apartment, but we don't really dine here. Only if we have like holidays or dinner parties. This is where we do crafts, where I kind of figure out like projects and read about art. And like right now I'm researching, let's say, fashion looks for Chloe and Paco Rabanne, but I'm also working on a wall mural that I'm working on for the entry.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at that a little bit, right?
Yeah. So like everything is like really cool. These are paintings from Central Park. Everything is thrifted. These are not thrifted. These are original. They're from my friend Jenny Anderson. These are her Bowl series. She's an amazing artist and this is her work. And it's one of my favorite things ever. Like I just love the colors, the energy. I love how they vibe. I love the shape. And then this is my kitchen breakfast nook.
I'm assuming you dine here, right?
Yes, I set up breakfast for us. You know, Italian style. Gotta have your fruits, your croissants. Can't go nowhere without your Nutella. Sponsor me, Nutella, sponsor me.
So funny story, right? We were texting last night, and then she was like, "Oh,
what do you want to eat?
What do you want to eat? What do you want to drink?" And I'm like, "Nothing." And she was like, I was like, "You don't have to." You're like, "I do have to because I'm Italian, right?"
That's right. That's right. So this is also
nice little breakfast spread.
Yeah, this is all thrifted. Plates, forks, cups, like vase. Everything you see here is thrifted. The candles are my friend Sam, his name is The Vintage Advisor. He makes these custom candles. I love these. So I try to have them out whenever I can. Also, I'm a mom, so that's my daughter's kitchen right there. Like, I believe in like decorating for your home and decorating for yourself, but also like keeping it real. Like my daughter lives here. This is her kitchen. You know, this is her kitchen too. All the art is original. Everything is original, and I got most of those at the flea market. This is an artist in Washington, D.C. that my friend Shannon shipped to me. And over here, we have another, this big painting is by Margaret Patak. She's an artist I found on Facebook Marketplace, and I just love her work. I have several of her works.
Oh, it's a pretty huge one, right?
Yeah, I have like 6 of her works. The works in my bedroom, all by her too. Then this one over here with the graffiti, that's my daughter. She did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my daughter is like a very great, like just very good at arts and crafts, and I try to encourage art. I try to make her be surrounded by art. This is our anime family portrait. My husband is a crazy anime fan, so everything is kind of like, you know, personal and really catered to us as a family. This is one of my china cabinets. Like I said, everything is thrifted. I have a crazy collection of china, like servingware, barware, like I could hold a dinner party for 300. My little garden. My kitchen is basically styled after an Italian kitchen, a European kitchen.
Yeah, because like, you know, the basil.
That I had grown up. This is kind of like how the kitchen was where I was growing up. The chairs are the same chairs my grandmother had in her house when I was growing up. And these stripes we did ourselves. I DIY those with my husband. And these are Fornasetti plates. Fornasetti is my favorite artist. Like I said, I love whimsy, funny things. And I just love these plates. These are after Casa Cavaliere, who is a famous opera singer. No relation, but I'm not really sure because the way Italians are, I could be related. Like we kind of look alike. So I got a lot of heat for these on the internet. People were like, those are ugly, those are creepy, but I don't give a fuck. I made them my Halloween costume, and that was hilarious.
And then you thrifted these as well?
No, these I didn't. Yeah, these are hard to thrift because these are expensive plates. So like you can find them in a thrift store sometimes if you get lucky and somebody donates, you know, for a plate. I know people who have, but I haven't. I bought these. I didn't buy them. My husband bought them for me for Christmas. Wow. Like every Christmas I get like 1 or 2 plates, but one Christmas he bought me like 8 plates.
Wow, shout out to the hubby for that,
My husband is a saint. He's wonderful.
And of course more art.
More art. I love art, so I try to have original artists as well. I bought in a thrift store. This I had custom done. Yep, I had custom done.
Love it.
These are also thrift store. Like everything is thrifted and secondhand. I really
What
believe.
is this thing here?
This is a secretary desk that I bought at the thrift store, and this basically holds. I'll show you. This basically holds like random stuff, but all my jewelry supplies. I'm really into charming right now, making my own necklaces and like just crafting with jewelry. So this is where I keep all my stuff. You'll see some of the bags that I made.
Like a Tupperware, right?
Yeah, this is like
stored in style.
Exactly. And then the rest of the this is like a little desk. Hi Nala. Hi. And then these are like they have linens.
Okay.
They have sheets. I have all sheets in here.
Okay. New York style, right? You gotta
New York style. Wherever.
Right?
Listen, I could put shoes in the oven like Carrie. This is my other china cabinet. This is my prize china. It's Sasha Brastoff Surf Ballet. This is really hard to find, and I have 2 sets. I really need to sell one. These are vintage glasses. I can never.
And again, thrifted?
No, these are estate sales. These were thrifted. Yeah, I thrifted these for my 30th birthday. I got so lucky. I found them at a thrift store in Sunnyside. You know that thrift store? Maybe it was like Unique Boutique.
Yes.
Yeah, I found them there for like I don't know, $350 or so for the whole set. So that was great.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Okay.
And then the blue glasses are, I can never remember how to pronounce them. Port Vauxhall or something. Anyways, they're expensive AF. They're like $200 a glass, and I got them at an estate sale. This estate sale was the best estate sale I've ever been to in my life. Like I dream about this estate sale. I have like FOMO from this estate sale. So that was from Lady Audrey Zotterer, which we call Lady Z.
All right.
I've done a lot of work on her. She's also the person where I bought those amazing, that Jock Swap cape.
Yes, I know exactly.
She was a socialite, and Oscar de la Renta was her best friend. He walked her down the aisle for her wedding, and her daughters were like, you know in the 60s how they used to name best dressed? Her daughters were best dressed all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he actually showed them his collections before they went on their own way. So this is my main hallway leading to my daughter's room, the bathroom. The hallway is wrapped.
More art, right?
More art, yeah. These are bird prints that I thrifted at the Showplace tag sale, which is one of my favorite places to go. Shout out to Showplace. This is Marabuata bows. They're inspired by him. And then these are doors that I've hand painted. They're trompe l'oeil to look like draped curtains after the artist Christian Berard, who was an illustrator, very famous for Vogue illustrations. And I have these on all the doors.
Oh wow! And you did these, right?
Yeah, I did these. It's a trifecta.
How long will something like this take?
A few hours. So basically,
not so bad.
Yeah, I just sketched it with pencil first, but I realized that to really get a draped effect, I needed to be organic. So I just went in with a marker and then I started doing it. This is my daughter's room, and then I'll show you the bathroom.
My God.
This is my daughter's room. Everything is secondhand.
What a princess room,
yeah,
right?
This is the room I wish I had. I grew up poor, so you know, I shared a room with my sisters in a railroad apartment. I moved here from Italy when I was 7, and then you know, in Italy we were great, and here not so much. You know, so this is the room I wish I always had, really. This is actually a window valance. So it's basically like the box that goes on the like around the windows, and I decided to use it for a canopy, and these are the window curtains. This is a king size bed sheet, and I just used it to line the back of the canopy.
What a great idea.
Right. These are from, I can't remember, the UK. These are from Biscuit Home, which is my favorite home bedding store, and the pillows are from Little Pillow Design Company. My friend Betsy, she makes the best bolsters.
And is this a vintage bed here?
This is actually from Facebook Marketplace.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Everything is thrifted. So were the valance and the curtains, Facebook Marketplace. This is a cat art by the artist Robert, I can't remember his last name, Robert Clem. He makes like this folksy animal art. This I got on Facebook Marketplace for $300. The sconces, Facebook Marketplace, they came out of the Westchester County Club. This was from a thrift store. The table, Facebook Marketplace. The chair is from a dealer in LA that I used in my daughter's nursery when I was pregnant. These are really cool. This little Picasso number, my friend Jenny Andrews, the one who did those bowls, she made this because I found those Picasso plates at the thrift store.
Yes.
So this is like an ode to the Picasso plates that I found and sold at auction. It's kind of like a little joke, like an inside joke,
nice.
Right? These chairs, these are a funny story. I found them on Facebook Marketplace, and they ended up being my upstairs neighbor.
Oh.
So funny. I was like, I really love these chairs. Where can I pick them up? She's like, oh, I live here. And I'm like, I live like 2 blocks, I live like in the area. She's like, oh, okay, here's my address. I'm like, I live in the building, what is this? And then she was like, oh, it's Amy. I'm like, oh my God, it's Nancy from downstairs. Literally on top.
And these are super vintage, right?
Yeah, these are super vintage. Yeah, I love these. This is like needlepoint cushions.
Oh my God.
This is probably lead paint, I don't even know, but whatever. All the art as well is thrifted, and these like little numbers my daughter made.
Oh,
I try to
nice.
my daughter's really good at like graffiti art. I try to always like incorporate something with hers because this is her room. And this is also like, you know, real life. Like this is her headband. These are her tablets.
Yeah.
More of the little doggy statues,
nice.
You know?
So let me ask you, with your neighbors, when you got this chair, right?
Yeah.
Since she found out that you were a neighbor, did she give you a better deal?
They were really cheap. They were like $40 each.
Oh,
so,
okay.
you know, I'm not gonna be like, yo, let me get a deal. Like, you know, I was like, hey, this is a great deal for chairs. It's very hard to find, you know, when you're shopping, when you're designing only with secondhand, it's hard to find things that are the size that you need. So I needed petite chairs, which was like chairs that weren't visually heavy and were kind of thin. And these just really went with my
so
vibe.
well.
Yeah, I love these.
Awesome.
Got this at the Chelsea Flea Market. This little trompe l'oeil that ties
Yeah, it goes. Everything goes together.
And
yeah.
to the chandelier, which I bought. Oh yeah, I have to actually take those shades out. I'm trying out new shades to see which ones I want.
And did you hand paint this stuff?
No, so I bought this for $9.99 at the Restore.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a French balloon chandelier. But you see like the draping on the chandelier, it all kind of connects, the draping on the mirror. The mirror was another Facebook Marketplace find that I got for $50, and my husband spray painted it red for me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so everything kind of connects, like it just keeps on going on.
Yeah.
And then we have like the bookcases, her little chair for reading. She's an avid reader. Her dollhouse, which was something that I always wanted growing up, so you know, living vicariously. And these are also Facebook Marketplace.
Wow.
So is that? So is
and
dollhouse.
did you paint this color?
So I didn't paint them. I got them like this. I saw them a year before I actually bought them. My daughter was still in her nursery, and I was like, oh, I wish I could get those for her, you know, big girl room for whenever that is. But it didn't end up working out because I didn't need them. But then a year later, I saw them when I was doing her room, and I was like, oh, I gotta get these. So I did. This carpet is from Auction Ninja, and I got it from an estate sale auction.
It's huge.
Yeah, so it's very hard to find rugs custom cut. So this was a custom rug for our mansion and like a closet. But it's, for me, it's a bedroom carpet.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you get a rug, you want to make sure, like if you want a rug, like a custom rug, which are very expensive, you want to make sure it's like almost the size of the room. And this was like the perfect size.
Oh my God.
It was like,
what a score.
Yeah, I love when that happens. And then this is our main bathroom.
Okay.
Come on in.
Yep.
So this is really special. It is, my friend Danica Herrick is a textile designer and she sells through Spoonflower. And basically this is her pattern. It's called the Emma stripe. And she
you did the whole
yeah,
thing
the whole
like
bathroom,
that, yeah.
the whole bathroom. So the shower curtain isn't done in this. We have a sink skirt, which is done in this. It's custom. The mirror, Facebook Marketplace, $25. This, the sidewalk, $10. These, the portal, which if you know, these were $10. You know, got the pink toilet paper. This is my daughter's bathroom. This is mostly my daughter's bathroom. This table was $90 on Urban Outfitters. So some things I buy new if I need to. I needed something for texture. It's something relatively small.
And
so
you know this is an old school building because they still have the hampers.
These are the hampers, yeah. This I found on the street for free, on the sidewalk. And this is one of my favorite pieces ever. And I just knew it had to be in here because like
so good.
it's perfect. Yeah, I love this bathroom. This bathroom makes me so happy. And then let me take you. This is my closet, dressing room, where the magic happens, whatever you want to call it. I am a collector of art,
we
but
can
also
definitely
fashion.
tell.
I love vintage fashion. I love different eras. Like there's not like one designer that I'm like, oh, I love John Galliano Dior. I do, but also love like Adolfo. I love like 60s cupcake dresses. Like there's a lot of things I love.
And you're into streetwear as well.
Yeah, I'm into streetwear, yeah. I love, like I said, I have a lot of different aesthetics. It depends on like what my mood is today,
so
you know?
this room is like,
yeah, it's my playground.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff in here, but like you, and then you told me like you're just switching out because right now we're going from, you know,
Summer,
fall to winter, so we're in the middle swapping out.
This is not even like close to what I have.
Yeah, so funny story is like when I first came in here, you're like, this is the stuff that I actually wear every day. So I wear to work, I wear to like the more practical stuff.
I work in HR. I work in HR, so I need to be obviously business appropriate. So I can push the envelope sometimes. Like I do wear like a lot of Izzy at work because please is like professional. Like I can wear that. I wear tabbies and stuff, but like, you know, some things I can't wear. Like maybe I could wear this. You know, some things that maybe are a little bit more daring I can't wear. So I try to keep in here the stuff that I would wear every day. And then in my bedroom closet, I have like my garment bags, like my special pieces, beaded, hand beaded, embellished, sequins, things that are really, really precious and you want to make sure that you keep and take care of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll get in here a little bit later.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit first and then we'll come in here and then of course it's in your closet. We'll come here and show off some pieces.
Yes.
Awesome.
A lot of good stuff in here.
Yep. We're sitting down for the first portion of the interview and of course we're in the kitchen.
We're in the kitchen.
And remember, everything's thrifted, everything's beautiful, yeah? Let's start off by you sharing with me, how did you get into thrifting? Because I know, you stated that you grew up in Italy and you moved here, right? So things must have been tough.
We moved here because my mom's family is pretty well established in the construction industry. My dad was a non-functioning alcoholic. So when we moved here, it was very, very hard. Culture shock, language, you know, it was like a tough year. And I'll never forget it. You know, when you go to the bottom, you never forget how it felt. And so from then, you know, my mother was a single mother. Within like 8 months of coming here, she divorced my dad, and she was a single mother, no papers, 3 kids, like very, very hard. But luckily, we're very, very lucky. We had family here. Who my great grandmother, God bless her soul, she owned an apartment building in Long Island City. We moved to Long Island City. A railroad apartment. So, you know, we didn't grow up with a lot. We were, you know, not well off, pretty poor. Like I said, my mom was a single mom, 3 kids, 2 jobs. So we didn't have much, you know. Like I wish, I talk about this all the time, I wish I knew about thrift stores back then because I could have saved myself so much, you know, so much strife and so much like sadness and like, you know, bullying and all that stuff that you go through as a kid, but I didn't have that option. So like this is also why I'm so forceful about it today, because it's really a lifesaver. Like I wish I had that option.
It's like a life hack, actually.
Yeah, it's a life hack. Like listen, there's rich people out here just throwing great things away, and who am I to say no?
Yes.
You know, who am I? I'm like, I will buy your rich things, a rich person, no problem, you know? So we didn't grow up with much, and I started thrifting pretty much after my wedding. We were pretty broke because we had a big Italian wedding. You know, obviously things got better for us when we got older. My husband and I have been together since we were 15.
Wow.
And yeah, we moved out when we were 18, so we have been paying bills since 18. So once that happened, we just saved for our wedding, and we had a big Italian wedding. And then one day I was walking down the block to work, and I saw the Salvation Army. And I was like, you know what? I need to start decorating my apartment because I just got married. Like, I don't have money though. Like, so how should I decorate? So I went into the thrift store, and I have never been to a thrift store in my life. And I found immediately, I started finding books, and like, I love to read. Started finding books and little knickknacks and like just random things, and I'd buy them because they were so cheap. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. So once I started thinking like, okay, I want to decorate my house, like pretty much when I find something that I'm interested in, I research the shit out of it. Like, I want to know everything. So that's what I did. I Googled like interior design, like how to decorate or whatever. And I was also like working full time at the time and going to college full time. So I was also really busy and just really broke. So I just didn't have the time or the money, you know? And I found Pinterest. Thank you, Pinterest. And then I started finding blogs. Now, blogging back in the 2000s, like let's say 2010s, 2012, like it was popping. Everybody had a blog, and they were good. They were really good, great information, like really, really interactive. Like you would talk in the comments. It was great. So I started finding these blogs, and I started thinking, maybe I can start a blog about my journey, which I did. So then I had blog friends, and then it's like you build community, and then like everybody is talking about like interior design and how we're thrifting for interior design. And then once I started really getting into interior design, I decided, oh, I want to know everything about interior design. So I did. I read every book about interior design. Like I, you know, spent a lot of time researching like what kind of styles I like, and like what decorators I like, and what is a valance, what is a cornice, what is a window treatment. I always tell my husband like, we live in better now, Gucci sweaters now, you know. Yeah. And but people come over all the time and think we're rich. I'm like, no, bitch, I just thrift. Like. Yeah.
So the moral of the story is, thrifting came out of necessity, and it was a blessing, right?
It was such a blessing. I'm telling you, I wish I knew about it when I was younger. It would have like really probably changed my life. It's, you know, like when you're a kid and you know you don't have a lot, and also there is not a language barrier, but like you come from a different country, you just want to fit in. You just want to fit in with your friends, and you want to be the same as everybody else. There's so much other stuff that you have going on at home that's like maybe not kosher. So like fitting in is really important, and I really wish I had that outlet. I wish I had known, because who knows what I could have found, you know?
Yeah, but now you want to stand out.
Yeah, now I want to stand out. Now I don't want to fit in. Yeah, now I'm like, no, now I do stand out. I'd be like, fitting in is whack.
Yeah, it's so whack.
Fitting in is for losers. Yeah, now I can't imagine fitting in. I don't fit in, but I like that. Like, you know, sometimes people be like, oh, you're too much, or you're mad extra, or like, oh, you're kind of weird. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I like that.
Me too.
I like weird. I like a little quirky, you know, a little clever. Yeah. Like people be like, oh, you think everything is a joke. Like, yeah, I do. Like, I don't really take anything serious, you know. Like all this stuff, let's say, all these things are beautiful, right? They're very expensive things, but like, also, like, I can't take it too serious. My daughter's gonna play on this couch. You know, she's gonna draw on the ottoman, which she did. And I was like, why? You have all this space. Why? You know, so
perfect. So that's a perfect segue, because I wanted to let the audience out there know. Yeah. I mean, we see how beautiful the space looks, how organized everything is, but keep in mind there's a cat in here and there's also a kid in here, right? So talk about, like, you know, organizing, cleaning, and all that mom stuff. Yeah.
So I'm literally about to get a fucking housekeeper, okay? I'm telling you, like, it takes me hours to, like, I feel like my weekends are just chores. Clean up these toys, put these away, do laundry. Like, it's a lot of, like, cleaning and organizing all the time. But the thing about it is, nothing, like I said, nothing is too precious. Like, my house is clean right now because I have a guest. And so obviously when I have a guest, everything's gonna be clean. But my daughter's really good. She is not a terror, depending, but she has her own room. She has her own space. She takes everything out of her closet, throws everything on the floor, refuses to clean up, and then I clean it up because I can't stand a mess. But it's fine, because that is life. Like, we're living in our space. We're playing with our toys. We're, you know, making arts and crafts. Like, we have our books open because we're reading about art, or you know. But she does really well. My husband is not a big mess. Like, he pretty much keeps after himself. He does complain about like his storage space. He'd be like, I want a closet. And I'm like, I'm sorry, yo, you're gonna have to get a bigger house. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This is a rental, obviously. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yeah.
This is a rental and it's very customized, but don't worry, my super knows, and everybody in my building knows, and my management company be like, don't forget you gotta change everything back when you leave.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm not changing nothing, and I'm not getting my deposit back, and that's fine.
Yep.
That's fine for me.
Again, another perfect segue. So pre-war.
Yeah, pre-war apartment.
Rental. And then you poured a ton of things in here,
yeah,
right?
So listen, people when they come over, they're like, it's a rental, and you did all this. I'm like, yeah, bitch, like.
Yeah.
You know, New Yorkers, a lot of New Yorkers rent for life. When you find an apartment that you like, number one, that don't got roaches, that is reasonably priced. Like, my rent is not low, okay? It's pretty high. It's pretty high up there, but like, this is my home now. Like, do you know what housing prices are like out here? I wanted to buy a condo in this area, and it is very expensive. For my apartment, it's like $1 million. Can't afford $1 million, bro. Like, I mean, I could afford my high rent, but $1 million?
Yep.
I mean,
and also,
yeah.
I want to point out, you live in a very convenient location.
Yes,
we won't say where you are.
Yeah, we won't
but...
say where I am. But we live in Queens. It's a nice area of Queens. It's a diverse area of Queens, which is very important to me. It's really important to me that my daughter grows up around culture, different languages, different skin colors, different cultures, period, and that she is around diversity. That's like a main reason why also we won't buy a house and move, because like, yeah, we can afford a house in Long Island, we could afford a house in Jersey, we could afford a house maybe a little bit more up, but I'm not doing that.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that's really important to me.
Thank you.
I'd rather rent.
Yep. We're in the walk-in closet now, and obviously, right, the outfit change as well. Had to do it for you guys, right?
Had to.
Yep.
Had to put some Vivienne on.
Yeah, so this is not an actual closet. It's actually a room. You converted, right?
Yeah, this was my daughter's nursery, and after she got the big girl room, I got this because I really needed it.
Yep.
Yeah, I really needed it.
So talk to us a little bit about what's in here, how you're organizing, and
yeah, I mean,
just the method to your madness here, right?
The method to my madness is trousers. I usually do like long sleeve shirts, trousers. I do sometimes like designer, like this is all Izzy, Calm, like stuff like that, like more like let's say avant-garde. Then I try to do like color coordinated, but honestly right now I'm kind of like changing my way of organizing, because I feel like it's easier to get dressed when it's by designer only. Like for instance, right here I have like my Ralph Lauren pieces, then I have like my Chloe inspired pieces, like this is all things that I can wear for Chloe outfits. Then I have some Anna Sui stuff, so it's like I'm going by looks, aesthetics, let's say runway, so that I can play around and really see what I want to wear, because sometimes I feel like if it's just separated by trouser, shirt, you pick a trouser, you pick a shirt, it's not as fun. Yeah. You know, it's more fun.
So that's I've never actually heard of this way of organizing, where you organize by designer.
By designer, yeah, I know. It sounds a little bougie, don't it? Like, I mean, it does sound a little bougie.
Yeah.
Like, then I have skirts over here, but it's not like some jackets. These are like jackets that I maybe want to wear, or some things that like I want to like maybe think about wearing, or some things that I don't wear often. Like obviously this Poochie needs to be relined. Like it really depends, but I am trying to have a better system of organizing. But I do feel like when it's by designer or by grouping of like when I put all my Chloe pieces together, it's easier to get dressed.
Okay, and talk about this here. This is, I'm assuming this is your current shoe rotation?
This is my current shoe rotation, but it's really not even all of it.
Oh.
So I have like all my cowboy boots in the back. So I have my Roach Steppers 2000s. You know, gotta love the vintage. Air Max 97s are my favorite sneaker. I have these in like 15 colors.
Wow.
Yeah, those are in my other closet.
Yeah, so we can see it eclectic, right? Like the streetwear here.
Some streetwear. I like everything. So, you know, these are my faves.
Tabs, right?
Tabbies. So one thing I do is get my boots customized. Obviously, I am not a skinny girl. I'm on the bigger spectrum, and you know, the wide calf is a problem. So I have a cobbler who measures my calves and puts panels in for me. These are Mista boots.
Wow.
And he put these in for me. You
can't even tell, right?
Yeah, you can't tell. So he did these for me, and these are one of my favorite boots. I know they're like very particular. Every time I wear them, people look at me like I'm fucking crazy, but I love it so much. And then these are like my dream shoes. These are vintage Sergio Rossi, and he also did these for me. These were super narrow, so he put a leather panel, he put the ribbon, and he also hand beaded the beads that were on here.
Match, right?
Yeah, like these are custom as well, and these are my.
So
things.
this is the key for you guys. If you're thinking about getting a cobbler, get one.
Yeah,
right?
get one, or like hit me up. I'll give you mine. He's so reasonable. Like people be like, "Oh, I paid like $50 to resell shoes," and I'm like, "You gotta go to Queens. Like you gotta go to Queens." This is just like stuff I'm really into. Like these I'm wearing a lot lately because, like I said, I'm really into Chloe, so I'm wearing these a lot. Also thrifted.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are brand new. So you know, I have a lot of different styles. People laugh at me when I wear these.
Why? Those are so dope.
These are vintage, like sporty Michelle K. They are like the originals of these. These are Sarka, which is like a indie brand that makes like almost like these sneaker shoes. I love them. These are super tight.
Yeah, that's what you. I remember you commented on one of my posts that one girl she didn't know where she got her shoes.
Yeah, she didn't know where she got her shoes. Those were Ankuta Sarka. I love like anything that's weird. So more square toe, one toe. There was a pair of Celine heels like this that I love, that I always covet. A pair of Dries Van Noten heels that I always covet like this. So, you know. Then I got like all the boots over here, the super crazy vintage. Thrifted these for $9.99.
Wow.
Yeah, I love those. Riding boots, more cowboy boots. These are just like more boots, and these are also like all thrifted. I like wearing these with Ralph Lauren stuff. Nice. Like I'll wear like a Ralph Lauren plaid.
Totally the Western look, right?
Yeah, I do Western pretty well.
And then on this side, the wall of bags, right?
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I know people be like, "What do you need so many bags for?" But like, girl, you gotta make some outfits. Like, you know, I'm not gonna wear this all the time, obviously. Some of my favorites: Galliano, Dior, Gambler, the green with the python. Woo!
My goodness.
Yeah, this is one of my faves. Matching wallet. Louis Stephen Sprouse. This is my most worn. I wear this thrifting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's very convenient.
Yeah,
right?
it's super convenient. That, the Charm Prada bag. You know, I have lots over here. Paco Rabanne is one of my favorite designers, so I also have a lot of Paco Rabanne stuff. I have 3 Paco Rabannes. This is Tom Ford Gucci. Tom Ford Gucci is my favorite era, like very favorite. So I have a bunch of that. Balenciaga. You already know. Then I also have like my vintage pieces. I cannot wait to wear this.
Cute.
This, I cannot wait to wear this.
Yep.
We have to figure out the fit for this, but it's gonna happen.
We'll get you another video with that.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. More Tom Ford Gucci. This is one of my most prized possessions. I love this one. It's embellished. Chanel, Fendi. Like then over here I have all my Louis stuff. I don't really wear that much anymore. I have a collection of beaded bags that I love. These are all like vintage. Ooh. This is Susan Alexandra. This is Staud. This is, I don't remember where this is from. This is Zara. Sometimes your girl does do fast fashion. Sometimes, very rare. The Fendi Baguette. And then I have like my most worn bags are hanging on the racks.
Okay.
I just got this because I'm actually doing a DIY project with that. But the Dior saddle, the Fendi, another Paco. Love this one. My goodness. This is mink. Love that. I like to wear that in the winter because obviously it's mink.
You're gonna cause a whole bunch of handbag envy.
I might.
So now we're diving into the jewelry section, right?
Yeah, I am a maximalist, obviously, so I love jewelry. This is 1990 Chanel. This is a really cool story. I lost one of these on the train when I was 16. These were my sister's. And then years later, I saw them on Poshmark. One earring. The lady was selling one earring for $300, and I was able to complete my pair. And then I never wore them again. Like I'm very careful with them. I don't know where I put them. Anyways, this is like my Italian gold. Every time I go home to Italy, I buy my jewelry there because that's what I do. Vintage, so much jewelry.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't play around. So this is like my current, like what I'm wearing currently. So just try to put my pieces on here. It's a cool bracelet, cameo. These are dope. I got these from Farfetch. Lots of jewelry.
Tons of it, yeah. Never ending.
Yeah, but these are my most worn. My Jennifer Fisher hoops. Okay. I wear these all the time. Then over here I have like more jewelry. These are couture, vintage, hoops. I love hoops, so I have a lot of different hoops. Vintage necklaces. Then we have sunnies, also vintage. Some designer. I still have my Chanel from like high school.
Oh my god.
I'll never get rid of these. These are like sentimental value at this point, right?
What were you doing with Chanel in high school?
I mean, once I got a job when I was 15, you know. I went to Bloomingdale's and I thought I was that girl.
There you go.
I mean, they don't look good on me. They're not flattering at all, but I sentimental.
But like the 90s like aesthetic right now,
I know.
It's totally on trend.
Like this is very like this together, forget it. And then over here I have like my sweaters. I love Princess Diana. She's one of my style icons. So I have the sheep sweater. This is one of like the sweaters you used to wear with the Oxfords.
Yep.
I have the luxury sweater. This is YSL. These are vintage. Helmut Lang, which is one of my favorite like basics designer. These are all vintage. This is Ghani.
Okay. So I'm assuming this is just out right now because we're in the transitional stage, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Usually I have t-shirts here in the summertime.
Okay.
Then these are like all my jeans that I wear, Levi's. These are all trousers, vintage. Just like a bunch of stuff, and this is just like stuff that I've been wearing. Like I usually throw my stuff that I wear during the week here because it's easier to reach.
Yep.
Obviously I gotta put these back because we're out of summer now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are probably like the one pair of shoes I paid for in full price.
Okay. Because you just had to have them?
I love a chunky sandal, and I love especially how they look with like office wear that I wear to work, and they're very comfortable. I just love the autonomy, you know?
Love it.
Okay. This is a really fun bag. This is the Paco Rabanne 1969 chainmail bag.
Goodness.
But these are crystals for my chandelier in the kitchen.
And did you added them yourself?
Yeah, I DIY them. I broke two off, but this is like in the light. This is so fun, and it's just like I'm really in my craft era. I'm in my DIY era, so like you know, vintage Chanel bag with the brooches. Another kind of like DIY project. This is vintage, little cute Cavalli kind of number. More vintage, Pucci, like just a lot of random stuff, like basic Fendi skirt. A lot of cool stuff in here.
Yeah, cute. So I know this is your current rotation, and you know, this stuff that you wear like pretty regularly, right?
Yeah.
And especially for this season. So the next segment we're gonna talk about is I'm gonna put it as your prized possessions.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a lot.
And then you actually split them into categories for us, right?
I did. I tried to do my best to pick like the best ones out of each category, but like I will say I got like a bomb closet, like.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a long episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's gonna be worth it. So I mean, don't be jealous out there, right? Learn to thrift.
That's right.
Learn to shop secondhand.
For sure.
We're gonna check right back in. Maybe an outfit change, maybe, right? So we'll talk about that, and then we'll dive into the rest of the closet where the quote-unquote good stuff is, right?
The really good stuff. Yes. Yes.
So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Right. So final segment. This is the show-off segment, right?
Show-off segment.
And of course, another wardrobe change. This one is stunning. Is it silk?
Yes, this is all silk. This is a custom 60s dress, and it has like this amazing kind of
a little
like
train on it, right?
Cape train, yeah. I got this from an estate sale of a wonderful socialite that I spoke about before, Audrey Zariver.
So you have on the feet too. Oh,
these
it
are
matches
Attico.
too.
These are Attico. The Attico, they're like my favorite.
Yeah, and the fun
shoe
thing
brand.
that you told me about is that the earrings are also from the same lady.
Yes, these are vintage Kenneth J. Lane.
And they go so well. Yeah, let me see the other side. Perfect. And the fun thing is, you told me you never wore this out yet, right?
I have not worn this out yet. I need like the perfect occasion.
Yeah, well, what do you think though? What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking the opera.
Very good choice.
Or maybe just like a girl's dinner. I don't know. I might have to ask my friend Belle. She's into like 60s gowns too. So.
Oh, big shout out to Belle, right?
Shout out to Belle. Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, so obviously, right? We went through this lady's house.
We did.
There's too much stuff to show, right?
Crazy.
So she picked out a couple of pieces here.
We did.
So we broke it up into a couple of categories, right?
Yes.
What do you call this one?
Saving a fire.
Okay.
Saving a fire, like worth money category.
So these are your cream of the crop.
These are my really special pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first one.
First one, custom ostrich tulle white dress. I bought this. This is gonna sound crazy. I bought this for my daughter's wedding. My daughter's 4. With
oh my goodness.
the ostrich feather shawl. Like this
This is drama right here.
This is insane. This fits me really nice too. I almost wore it for my wedding anniversary this year, but I went to Mexico and it wasn't the right vibe.
So where did you get this? Where did you score this from?
I got this from the estate sale from the same woman whose dress I'm wearing. Yeah.
Okay.
Audrey Zederer. And this I almost didn't get because it was like, I don't know, maybe a little expensive, like $150, but I got it and I'll never forget it. And
Aren't you glad you got it though?
So glad.
Okay.
This is a really special piece.
Yup.
Couture 60s
oh,
gown.
Oh my goodness.
Hand beaded. It weighs a ton. Like sequins everywhere. This is George Couture, New York.
Oh my goodness.
This is another
Is this the same lady too?
Nah, this is eBay.
Oh,
this is
wow, seriously?
Yeah. I love eBay for like vintage, pretty much anything.
Have you worn this one out?
I almost wore this to the opera and then I sat down and I could not breathe. So maybe this year to the opera.
Okay.
Who knows? Vicky Teal Couture. Amazing, like puff sleeve. I love a puff sleeve. Like that's my thing.
Made in France.
Waist. Yes, made in France. Vicky Teal. It's like velvet and a little silk.
Is it heavy too? It looks heavy.
So heavy. It's so heavy. Yeah. Mugler vampire dress.
Oh.
H&M. But we don't care because the real one is $18,000. So we will gladly take the H&M version. Like,
and were you able to get this at retail? Like you lined up for it?
Yeah, like I literally got it in 3 seconds and I checked out. This is the only thing I wanted from there because this is the only thing to me that was worth it because it's the most rare piece. Like I know I couldn't find this, the original myself.
Yeah.
And I love Mugler. Since we're on Mugler.
Oh my god.
This is a famous one. Halston shot this in his book. So this is pretty famous. And this I got from eBay for $200.
My goodness.
Which is crazy because it retails for like $7,000. I never see anybody else with this. You know who has this? Laverne Cox.
Oh my goodness.
She has an insane Mugler collection. This vintage Arnaldo Scassi, one of my favorite vintage designers. It has a square neck. It's a ball gown and it has like velvet and like shimmer.
Yeah, it's shimmery.
It's shimmer in the velvet. God. This is so well made and it's heavy as hell.
Full crinoline and
under, like, yeah. This is insane. They don't make them like this anymore.
They don't.
You can't get this at Zara, okay? Really rare, really nice Alexander McQueen pants. These are actually men's, but you know what? If a girl fits them, a girl fits in them. I don't care. Right? Yeah, I shop in men's all the time.
And it looks fancy, but it's actually a versatile piece,
it's super versatile, yeah. But these were like $2,000, and I got them for $125 on the railroad because they made a mistake. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's really what I do over there. This is a Whiting and Davis chainmail skirt, but my butt is too big because, you know, booty problems. But I've actually put this on as a top, and it looks pretty great.
Wow, great. Yeah. Very, very, like, inventive way of using things, right?
I mean, it's just a square, so it fits the bust great. It's a little loose on the waist.
And it looks heavy as well, right?
I tried one of these tops on one time in a vintage store, and I hit my lip with it, and I had a fat lip. Yeah, it's super heavy. This I wore for my pregnancy announcement. This is vintage Lucy Ann. It's a 60s Prenoir set. This is so pretty.
It's so dreamy, and it's like it's kind of like a compliment to what you have on now, right?
Yes. I think I actually wore these shoes with this, if I recall, or maybe I wore those pink ones.
No, and then it sets off the hair too.
It does. And then this is probably my most.
This is what I had my hands on before.
This is so.
This
heavy.
Thing was like 50, 60 pounds. No joke.
Yeah, it's so heavy. This is couture custom vintage Jacques Foth 1940s. It is a cape, sequined and ruffled. And he was basically a very, very famous designer at the time for custom evening wear. And this is also from the same Lady Z, Audrey Zederer, who I bought this dress from, and I bought this cape.
Yeah, and then we were talking about this thing.
Yeah, this is like museum grade.
Yeah, because like when we looked at the inside, I was like, oh, is this reversible?
It's
not. But back then, they made things so well that you can actually wear them inside out if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could. You totally could. The tag is right here, but it's fine.
Love that.
So these are saving a fire.
So first category. So tell us what's next.
Let's do vintage funny t-shirts.
Okay.
Switch it up.
Yup.
I have a bunch. Like, I love vintage funny tees, so I collect them. I pick them up whenever I see them. Thrifted. This one is funny, a little bit needy, because I'm very needy. I love that. This one's screwing them all since 1998. Chemistry Hardware. Isn't that funny? This is probably my favorite one. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. Virgo Energy. This one is a little dirty, Make a fireman come, call 911. Yeah. My husband hates when I wear this. He's like, that one's really funny. This one is Slaughter Pure American Rock, but the back says, if it isn't hard, it ain't worth a fuck. Slaughterhouse Tour. This is really cool. It's a vintage Boy Scout shirt.
Nice.
I love stuff like this. And then my favorite, which is probably also really relevant for today, is Nas Supreme.
Ooh.
America Eats Its Young. I said what I said.
Gosh.
I said what I said.
So, little background, right? So this is probably gonna air in like December.
Right.
So yesterday was election day. And look, like she fell over just by me saying election.
Look, I'm like,
right? So we all know what the results are by now, right? And we were just talking about like, 2016 PTSD all over.
PTSD.
Yep. And then we were texting. We were like, yeah, we might get some champagne going.
I got champagne in the fridge. we might have to drink it anyway, just to like drown our sorrows.
Yeah,
okay.
Right?
Yeah. So like, really, is there anything more like truthful than this?
There you go. And big shout out to Nas, and he's from Queens, right?
Yes, we're big Nas fans. Queens girls, Queens raised. Nas.
And Queens get the money.
Queens get the money. That's right.
So next one. What's next?
Let's do art.
Oh, okay.
Fashion art.
Interesting. I don't know what the category is, but you'll let us know, right?
Yeah. Fashion is also art.
This is the art and fashion, right?
Some of the art. Yeah, because I have a lot of the art pieces, but we can only pick a few. Okay, this is one of my favorites, vintage Judith Ann. It looks like an abstract art piece, which I love. It's silk and sequined.
Where'd you just score this?
eBay, $20.
Oh my goodness.
And Judith Ann goes for a lot. You can get it for cheap if you find it, but it can sell for hundreds. This is Chipotle Buena. This is not vintage, but it's very recent.
It looks like a work of art.
It is a work of art. The Cabernet skirt is really popular. The skirts are made from leftover textiles. This one is polyester. I really wanted a wool one, but they're so expensive. And I like the pattern on this one because it's like nothing that I have.
My goodness.
So I decided to go with this one. This is the Naked Lady skirt from Prada. Vintage Prada. You might also recognize it because Sarah Jessica Parker wore it as Carrie Bradshaw on Sex and the City.
My God, it looks so delicate.
It's silk, right? Yeah, it's super delicate. It's silk. It's sheer. I have to wear a slip every time I wear it.
And tell us where you scored this one from.
This I got from the Showplace Backstage Task Sale, and this was like about $200.
Right.
So I think this is a very fair price for an
very
vintage.
fair, yeah.
Especially
and it's rare too, right?
Yeah, it's super rare. Yeah, I try to buy things that like either accrue value or I can get the same amount of money. This is my favorite. It's vintage 1990s Moschino, and I just got the blazer. I have the top that I've had for a while. Now I complete the ensemble. I just need the pants or the skirt, and this were both real finds.
Yeah, and it's like you're reuniting orphans, right?
Yes, and this is after a Pierre Lecomte painting, so I just love that.
And you just got this, right?
I did. I just got the blazer like maybe a week ago. This is one of my favorites. It's Izzy, Pleats Please. I just love the colors, the shape of this.
Goodness. Yeah. He does amazing work.
He does. Every time, I know people say pleats please is not flattering, but it's very flattering to me.
Well, it depends if you can pull it off, yeah?
Every time I wear it, I get compliments.
Yeah.
This is a vintage Kenzo. It's kind of got like a...
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of got like a pleats please look, but it's not.
It does.
It's really dope. It has like this amazing metallic sheer green.
It looks like a lot of volume to it too, right?
It is. It's so fun to wear too. I love this. Another real find. Shout out to the real.
Yes.
That's where I like to waste all my money. This is vintage. Does it look like denim?
It looks like denim, but I'm assuming because this is an art category, right?
It's leather. This is leather.
No way.
Yes.
Let me see.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
You know how Bottega has those jeans and those pants are jeans, but they're leather? This is the same thing.
So this is the father of it all,
This is the vintage version. If y'all want the brand, it's JDS Collection. It's not even like a designer brand. It's literally just a leather skirt that looks like denim.
Not only fun, she's giving some education as well.
I try, yeah. I want everybody to win.
Yes.
These are pretty amazing. These are crazy quilt pants, patchwork pants. And
is it suede?
Yeah, it's suede. Suede and leather. I love anything like, and I just bought the quilt. This is a crazy quilt, a Victorian crazy quilt that it's kind of like styled after. I just bought this for my bed, so it's a little too small, but this is the same energy, the same concept.
Yeah, if you want to get wild, you can wear that as a cape or something, right?
They do have, they do make them as capes.
Oh, they do?
They do. They're so expensive. They're hard to find. This is Vivienne Tam. Nice little vintage skirt. And this is one of my faves, trompe blazer from Acne Studios. This is more recent. This is also men's, but like I said, we don't care.
Is it a print or is it just, oh, it is a print?
Yeah, it's trompe l'oeil. The trompe l'oeil is something I'm really obsessed with. I talk about it a lot on my Instagram. The doors are trompe l'oeil, like the illusion of like drawing something, but it's not really real. You know what I'm saying? Like 3D. And this is really fun. This is Dries. I actually have the skirt to this and also the elbow length sheer gloves to match.
Stunning.
This is one of my favorite because it's very artsy, like the shape and texture.
Super, yeah. How would you wear something like this?
I actually have worn this. I wore this to Design on a Dime. I wore this with the skirt, with the gloves, and I wore those pink Gucci's right here because it picked up the green.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Great
this
combo.
was a really nice, and I actually wore it with this bag.
Oh, there you go.
It was perfect. I love when things vibe like that, you know?
Yeah.
But this is the great thing about having a closet like this. You can make outfits out of anything.
You know, we had the interview section a little bit earlier, right? So I totally forgot to ask you about, you know, how do you deal with such volume, right? Is there like a one in, one out, you know, like everybody else does? Or do you have like a Marie Kondo thing? If it doesn't spark joy, it's got to go.
Right. So I don't have a one in, one out because I am addicted to shopping. I don't know.
Just a little.
You know, like I like what I like as long as I talk to my therapist about this because it is a serious addiction. But as long as I'm not in debt and as long as I'm paying my bills and as long as I'm happy, it's fine. I do try to edit. Like this month, I haven't bought much, but like I'm not gonna lie, I'm constantly looking for like vintage designer, like things that I love and things that spark joy. I really don't believe in that one in, one out bullshit. Like maybe if you don't have the space or maybe if you have to do that, then yes, but I cannot be held to that standard. I can't do it. I've tried it and honestly, I've tried no buy months. I've tried one in, one out. It doesn't work for me. These are vintage designers from all different eras, like archival vintage. This is 2003 Roberto Cavalli, which is my favorite collection of all time. Love. Another real raw score. This is vintage Escada. Miranda wore this on Sex and the City.
My goodness.
Yeah, this is one of my faves. I love this one. This is also vintage Escada, and I got this at one of my favorite stores in Palm Beach, Dina C's Fab and Funky. Shout out to Dina C's. Love them. This is vintage 70s Gucci, like beaded silk. This is really nice. This I thrifted for $9.99. Holla.
Get out of here.
Yes. This was such a
My
good buy.
God, everybody's gonna be so jealous after watching this episode.
This is vintage 1997 or 94 Todd Oldham runway. This is such a dope piece.
It's
I
so
love
dope.
this.
What happened to Todd Oldham, yeah?
He closed up shop. He does make jewelry still now, or I think his brother makes jewelry.
Yeah, so people that are our age, remember like House of Fashion, right? That's what he used to host on MTV.
This is vintage 90s Dolce & Gabbana. And this is calf hair
My goodness.
with like fringe, full
You know what
fringe.
this reminds me of? What's that cartoon, Toy Story?
Oh yeah, Woody?
Woody wears something like this, right?
He does. Woody does wear something like this. These are all Chanel. Vintage Chanels. This is vintage Chanel. I love this one because the buttons are like, see?
Yeah, and it's cropped, yeah.
Yeah, and then the inside has the chain.
Oh,
Yeah, this is great.
to die for, yeah?
Yeah, I got this for like $4.50, so it's a great deal.
My goodness.
I got, this is also another vintage Chanel. I got this in the Hamptons, at the Hamptons flea. Beautiful buttons, really great color. I love this color, as you can see.
Yeah.
This is custom vintage Oscar de la Renta skirt suit.
Two-piece.
Two-piece, it's a skirt suit, but the hardware is amazing. Has like these big buttons with turquoise. These were also belong to Lady Z, who I'm wearing.
Oh my
her
God,
dress.
you got like the best pieces from her, right?
Yeah, I don't play around, man. I don't play around. This is Chanel Boutique. This is a black Chanel blazer, like nice, vintage, just plain. This I thrifted for $10. Back in the day, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Salvation Army. And then these are some vintage Pucci. This is vintage Pucci. This is vintage Pucci. I have more vintage Pucci. That blazer right there is vintage Pucci. Do you want to hand it to me?
No, we can see it. We actually saw this in the beginning of the video.
Yeah. This is vintage Pucci, and I have more in the closet.
Oh my goodness.
These are just some of like my fave vintage pieces.
This is absolutely my favorite category.
Really?
Yeah, and actually, you know, last thing, so we were not gonna have any more categories, but since we're in transitional, right?
Yeah.
I would like you to show off some of your outerwear pieces.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's probably my biggest collection is coats. I have about 70 coats.
Yeah, so we have to dive into that
We do,
closet
okay.
again,
Oh,
and
God,
we'll get some
okay.
more pieces.
Okay.
So don't tune out. Stay
Tune
tuned.
in.
We'll get some more going. Yeah.
Okay. favorite coats.
Yep.
Most worn coats. This leather distressed bomber vintage. I paid $20 for this on the
Get outta
sidewalk.
here.
Swear to God.
And then you were telling me a story, like you saw it somewhere else for like $700-800.
I saw something similar at a vintage store in Greenpoint, and it was $700, and I was like, damn, y'all are bugging, like, for real. And then I was just walking. I had gone thrifting that day, and I had gone to 5 different stores and not found a thing. And then I was walking by the flea market by my house, and this lady had it hanging for $20, and I was like, give me that shit. I was like, yes, what? Such a lucky score.
Yeah.
This is a 60s wool and mohair coat.
Oh my God, the color is stunning.
I love this. I know. I get compliments every time I wear this. It's insane.
And I like how you first you show like a rugged piece, and now you show like an elegant piece.
Yeah, I have a lot of different aesthetics that I like. It depends on my mood. So I have pretty much everything for every aesthetic. Now we're my wife aesthetic.
Ooh.
My vintage fur.
Yep.
I got this for $50 at the Chelsea flea market a couple years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was summertime, and he was like $50, and I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah. And this totally brings in your Italian roots, right?
Yeah, I have a fur coat from Italy that my mom brought back, and I have a couple more furs. Also, I just want y'all to know, real fur is biodegradable. Fall fur is not. So if you come at me with that fur, save the fur, don't. Especially if it's vintage. This is another one of my faves.
This has to probably be my favorite one.
I love this one. This is wool and fox fur, and this is vintage as well, and I bought this on Facebook Marketplace for $100.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I had her ship it to me, and this fits me like a glove. It's stunning.
So
stunning.
gorgeous.
I have one similar in black too. This is a Zara coat, but it's wool. And it has, this is my brooch coat. I started this last year, and I took some brooches off this summer to put somewhere else, but now I have about 20 more brooches to add, so we're gonna do part 2. But this is really fun.
Do you wear this out?
I do wear it out. Yeah, I've worn it a bunch actually.
Yeah, because it reminds me, because when you're like in like a flea market or somewhere, and this is how like vendors display their brooches. Yeah.
I actually have worn this twice at the Chelsea flea. Yeah, this is a nice coat because it's not too heavy.
Yeah.
The brooches make it heavy, but the wool itself is not so heavy.
And
so
it's a great way to make it pop, right?
Yes. I love brooches. I'm really in my embellishment era, so you know.
We can tell.
Yeah, this is a fun one. And then this is one I wear often too. This is a great piece. It's a cape from the brand Tome. I got this at a sample sale for $50, and I wear it all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I wear it a lot.
Avant-garde actually.
It's so avant-garde. This I have I wear with like when I'm feeling like my Japanese designers. Like I'll wear this a lot with tabbies and Issey, pleats, like that kind of like thing. Yvonne Grandel, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's it with the closets, right?
That's it with the closets.
So final thing before we sign out, right?
Yes.
What is the ultimate goal? I mean, you're just gonna keep collecting and just leave it to your daughter?
Pretty much.
Wow. What a lucky girl, right? Born with a full wardrobe.
Yeah, I mean, I sell pieces from time to time. Like I've sold a couple of com pieces. Like if I know that I'm not gonna wear something for sure, then I'll sell it. But like, you know, I'm not looking to like make money, and I'm not looking to, you know, collect for no reason, but I like making myself happy, and this makes me happy. Yeah,
and then parting words for people that are trying to get into your lifestyle where, you know, we're dealing with secondhand, thrifting, not buying anything new. Any words of advice for people like that?
Yes, train your eye, and by that I mean read up on as much as you can. If you're gonna read about fashion, like look at vintage magazine, vintage books. Like you need to see what you're learning about. Silhouette, cut, materials. Once you know those things, you can pretty much find anything, whether it's fashion or interior design. Like once you know the basics, cut, color, materials, all that stuff, it's easy to find good stuff.
Perfect. And then we were just at the Manhattan Vintage Show.
Yes.
And then I want to give a big shout out to Jacob from there. He told me something that I never heard put it so well. He says, when you're looking for vintage, right, find yourself in the vintage is just going to make it so much better.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that pretty much is spot on.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you, Nancy. Have a good one.
Bye.
Oh, shout out to Instagram, though.
Oh, yeah. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Casa Cavaliere, where I talk about sustainable interior design and fashion. And jokes. I make a lot of jokes.
There you go, baby. Give her a follow.
Bye.